Good morning, everybody. Today it is vlog 1333. It is the day I promised to react to the videos on my last school trip that I did just about 2 years ago. And that will completely make me remember that beginning part as well, when we were at the airport before we departed. But also, it is a day to be very heartfelt. I am really excited to be getting rid of my crazy, strict bus hostess today. I'm gonna have a bus ride in the morning and bus ride in the afternoon getting home, and then she's done. Woohoo! And just yesterday I got off on my own by just finding a way to get rid of her, because she was really the faulty one, but at least I did what I intended to do.
Hadi sen de yanımıza bak. Geldik gibi. Ben isterim. Hadi görüşürüz. İyi tatiller.
I am done with that strict puppet. Can you believe that, you guys? Like, I had that bus hostess for 20 days of going onto the bus, going to school in the mornings, returning home from school in the afternoons at 4 p.m. She was always telling me and the rest to keep in seat, and she would come on to you, and she would do this, and once you get off, she has to accompany you. But that's done. Yeah, I can go back to acting like a 17-year-old. I'm gonna be 18 in the next year, but now I can go back to acting my age. You guys, this is done. This 5-year-old teacher business is done. Man, I am so glad I finally got rid of my bus hostess. That would teach me like a 5-year-old how to get off. Alright, guys. So what I'm going to do now is, after celebrating the Riddance Day, where I finally could get rid of that bus lady who completely thought we were 5 years old and not 12, 17, 44, whatever number. I'm going to react to the videos that I have made throughout the school trip from 2 years ago, because already most of my classmates are going. Well, I'm not. It has from vlog 614 to 619, and at the top, that's just my channel, so it's there, Darren Alemdar. Apparently I have 2008 videos, but just ignore these. This is the playlist. So that was where it all started, basically.
So, I mean, this is not the first time we've done it. Last year too.
Yeah, it had also been 3 years ago. That is now, because that video was now uploaded 2 years ago, and I was talking about, which is now 3 years ago. That was before it. The sofa and everything was still up at that house at that time.
I said that today's video is going to be.
And guys, if you didn't know, after I returned from that trip, that was when we got the new house. That was when we started to live at the bottom downstairs. That was just before we went. And while I was gone, my father was preparing the downstairs house for it to get ready. So this was just my last moments in there. Well, I didn't know it was the last ones. I'd skip ahead to 2:42.
Yeah,
well,
we did
yeah.
this once. We did this once to skip a lesson. Oh my god,
And yes, guys, by the way, you do notice correctly. Oh, sorry, I turned the captions on. I didn't want to. And yes, guys, I did have braces at that time. So yeah, that was when when we went out of the house. And like some moments later in the vlog, I didn't record every single. The video was just about 10 minutes long. Let's see the next parts. And that was. And yep, that was the actual start, you guys. That was when the trip really began. Our parents waving hands at us. We passed that green traffic light. That was where it began. We were already on our way out of that forest. Like a bunch of my classmates were talking in that scene. Of course, my math teachers were also talking about like equations. Yeah, some other teachers that went were math teachers. That was when we were heading to the airport. Yeah, you can listen to those students talking. So yeah, we were on that bus for a little bit more than an hour. We left at like 1:45 on that day, and then it took us like until at least 3 to get to the airport. I'm just gonna skip a little bit until we got a little bit closer to the airport. And that was when we got to the airport. And that was when we were on the plane. Yeah, guys, there was like a hostess coming down. That point. But you could keep your phones on as long as it's on flight mode. And of course, we already got on this small bus. Well, guys, the bus that we went on throughout the trip was pretty small. And like everyone had to sit down somewhere. Like it was not like it was completely empty. Let's skip a little bit to when we got to the hotel. Maybe that's it for that vlog. Let's go to the next vlog, which was vlog 615, which was the next day, which was the first full day of that trip. Yes, that was October 2nd of 2017.
So.
Yep, I was recording the awesome scenery. Yeah, guys, there were some like chickens at the background scene in the morning after I woke up. That was like right before we went all to breakfast. We woke up at 7 a.m. there, and between 7 and 8, which is the time that you would have to be down at the restaurant for breakfast, I was just recording the scenery out there in the morning in front of that flowers and that chickens. Oops, I'm sorry. Oh, I went back to the start. And we were just traveling around the area. We went out of the hotel and again, you hear everyone talking. Where were we at? We were at 1:43. Let's skip a bit ahead at 3:36 to see where we were at. We were still at the bus. I think we were just heading out there to like, let's see where in the video it was. Oh, it was 4:47 in the video. Let's go to 4:47. Yeah, there were some like ships there. Not ships, I'm sorry. Like some canoeing boats. Yeah. Apparently nobody did canoeing. Not even me, none of the teachers. None of us did canoeing at that part. And then we went back on the bus again. The guide was there. We were discovering somewhere completely else. But the temples were, let's see, let's skip to 6:19 in the video, huh? Because some people were swimming in the beach. Well, I didn't. And yeah, when I came to that beach, like since I didn't bring my swimsuit with me, I recorded the people that went on the beach like after we had a little bit of a picnic around. So yeah, some people were playing volleyball around here. I was walking up to them. God, what if these are actually some of my classmates, right? Very certainly they must be. Like some of those like walking right onto the beach. Why not skipping a little bit more? Alright, let's skip to 827 in the video. Yeah, this looks more like a temple, you guys.
Alright, we're still continuing to discover all this stuff.
Yeah, that was like more like a temple. Anyway, so let's see this part, 944. We were like climbing, so we were like climbing all the way up there, you know. At the end of the walk, we got a class picture, and I think that was the next part. Yeah, I was like climbing up right there. Yeah, that was the other temple, but wait, I forgot to show you the part that we as well were climbing. Oh, this was the part I forgot to show you. Oops, I'm sorry, we're still on the bus. Oh, come on. Where was it? I did record. Oh, there we go. 518. Yep. As you see right there, some of my classmates climbed all the way until there. Alright guys, I'm going to go to the next video, vlog 616. That was just one day before the hike. This is 13 minutes. And at that time, I only had 2 vlogs longer than 15 minutes. Now I have 35, and this is going to be 36 without even an announcement, so this is a big surprise.
Yeah, it's pretty loud.
Yeah, that was a plane, if you're curious, from that day on. We had been to where we've been. We'll continue a bit more on temples. So it's basically like we done a lot of the temple work at the start of the trip, right? And like right before the day that we did our hike. Well, yes, it was a tough experience. But we did the easier stuff around the temples and the beach things right before all that really began. Well, I'm pretty sure this does have a lot of... This has 29 views. Let's continue it rather from 235 in the vlog. I'm going to check around the playlist. This has 6 videos. Alright, we were walking around somewhere else at that point. I wasn't speaking. I was just recording some part. Alright, that was a different beach. Not the same one that we've been yesterday. Yeah. Sometimes I really complain about sands. Walking in the sands, like, I felt like it was going to be sand everywhere. And some sand got in my shoes. Man, I was disturbed. But it was hard walking through all these sands. I don't like sand. Do you like sand? If you like sand, then I have a different opinion compared to you. I don't like sand. Alright, we were driving to this place where we would walk on waterfalls. Well, yeah, lakes on their mountains, but yeah, there was the big part of it was actually a lake, and then, yes, guys, that was the part. We came to that waterfall. Yeah, this is just a bridge. Yep, that was just a waterfall. Me and my father had done this kind of thing, but not at the same place. It was like a month ago when it was me and my father. Wow! Alright guys, yeah, that's the water flowing right there that I was filming. And that's that rope. Not only me, but everyone had to hold on to that rope, or else like there would be a chance to fall. Everyone had to hold on to it at one point. I was high up at the mountains. Yes, I was recording from that perspective. And yes, believe it or not, I think some of these were my classmates for sure. These guys weren't. I think I had waterproof shoes by then, but I don't know if I still have them now. Yeah, some parts were deep, some parts were just shallow. Some parts were just lakes. Some parts were completely dry. And that was the point that we had to turn back.
Let's see.
So at one point it got really shallow and we had to turn back.
I don't know where on earth.
Let's go 9:49. We returned at that point. And that was when we came back to the beginning. Unbelievable. Well guys, the waterfall experience was also fun, but on the other hand, it was another tough experience. Because why? I mean, it wasn't, of course, not as much as the hiking experience. That was much tougher. But the waterfall part, like my shoe size was much bigger than the shoes that I was wearing, and I had a scar in my foot. And they had to bring me medication to heal it. And guys, the hiking day vlog 617, which now has 64 views. Gosh, 64. Who could be the 64? My teachers, right? So now I'm reacting to that video. Huh? Alright, that was just before we checked out the other hotel, but oh! Okay guys, that was where the hike began. I was lost.
Tiring. We're hiking 13 kilometers right now.
Yeah, 13 kilometers.
So tired. It feels like I've been 50.
Well, it was tiring. It really was. Like, during the hike, I hated it. Like, during the experience, I really counted down the distance remaining. I also counted down the hours until the end of this trip because I knew it would be exhausting by the fact that we had to hike all this way. Most of the beginning was going uphill, and that was completely a hard part. The hardest part of all was when we came to some really steep mountain, some really steep part of the rocks, and like not only me but pretty much all of us nearly fell down. Gosh, it was so hard, that part. There was also that part I was lost and the guide had to take me.
I can't wait until 2 days later when we go back home and end our school forever. We're still hiking.
Ah, my God, that's...
None of you guys know how tired I am already.
Well,
I'm 5
yeah.
kilometers. We're gonna do it until 13. And then my hiking.
Oh, look at the trees. They were like facing all the way down. Oh my God, look at how steep that is.
Thing in my life.
Well, of course, during the hike.
And if this video gets a like just in one day, I'm so gonna kill every teacher in the school.
Oh wait, what's?
I just got lost.
What did I say?
But there's another guy there. He's helping me.
Neon say roast. Oh, it has a like. Oh, teachers, you're gonna get roasted. Oh, that was my comment. Sometimes I post comments. Oh man, what did I even say? That feels cringy. A bit. Like, I didn't really mean kill, but of course, roast my teachers. Oh man. But it has a like now, so you know what that means. It has a like. So that means I'm gonna roast all my teachers. That's what it meant. But now, this is 2 years later. And just another part of the year made me forget about what I said at every part. This was the guide. This was not another student. when we got to this part, it was a bit more relaxing. We didn't go uphill again, really. Maybe we did once or twice or 3 times, but this was the first time that I didn't really get intensely uphill, but there was another like really steep part ahead. Well, there could have been a chance of a motorbike coming down that road, of course, since it was just an open road. Also for vehicles, even cars. Almost a year later, me and my father were trying to find exactly that location I hiked. But it was a bit hard to find. And this year we didn't do it. Because this year's summer was a bit different. But what could we do about it next year?
That's gonna be the big day, guys. That's gonna be the big day.
Yeah, I was talking about 2 days later. Of course, there was... The date was October the 4th. Yes, 2017. October the 6th was when we ended the trip. I will come back to it soon. We should skip a bit more. Oh, that's an uphill. Like, I spent pretty much the whole video hiking all that way. God, that felt like I was really lost. Oh. Wow. Well, honestly, that was a really hard part too. Yes, like we were walking really steep downhill. There was like so many rocks that made us feel a bit in that danger that we're gonna fall down. But thankfully, none of us did. Maybe one did, but not fatally. But of course, all of us were so tired in that experience. Like during the moment, it was just an experience that we would want to forget. But recapping that experience sometimes makes me like relearn and figure out how to make the moment pass quicker.
And that'll also be the end of our school trips forever.
Oh man. Yeah, school trips were chaos on one hand. That you couldn't do too much whatever you want, while with family trips you can do most of whatever you want.
This video a little bit shorter, but
well, yeah, maybe I was gonna make the video a bit shorter that time.
I got a low battery on my phone right now.
Well, guys, I had a low battery on my phone from day 1 until day 5, the last day.
That my phone is going like 10% and stuff.
And yeah, my phone battery was like 3% or something. Actually, wait, no, actually it already died. My phone already died before we came to the end of our hike, so...
Whoa, look at what's... It's like less than 10% now. Alright, there's a more...
Yeah, my phone battery was... I couldn't film the end of hike because my phone's battery was dead already before it came to the end of the hike. And guys, this was October the 5th. This was the last full day. We were on cruising. This video is only 5 minutes because of my phone's battery once again. Look at that shit, by the way. That's big.
So let's just check what's on this boat.
And, okay guys, I'm going to explain right here. So, once we were done with the cruising, there were some people that were doing paragliding versus some others like me who weren't doing paragliding, because paragliding is like an extreme sport and I decided not to do paragliding. I couldn't do it at all. I could have had some dangers, so I'm not a kind of guy like those guys were. But the guys that didn't paraglide were just relaxing near that lake just to like end such a experience-full trip. Like a lot of walking, a lot of like getting tired, a lot of ranting about walking so much. So I'd rather continue the video from well, most of the time, you know, I would rather just skip it. I would rather go to vlog 619 and see where we returned. And this is vlog 619. Yeah, we were announced that from June of 2017, before the previous school year ended. This was the airport. I recorded like 7 seconds on that. This is when we were boarding on the plane. I was sitting next to 2 other random people during the flight. Back home, these were some people. There were no police or no security guards that part. That was when we were getting off the plane, of course. Oh, that continues there. And that was when we walked out of the airport. And on the bridge. And coming close to school. And I put a countdown clock. Skip to 4:31. Yeah, school trips and live on forever. 53 seconds to go. Okay, let's skip to 14 seconds. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Beginning October the 7th of 2017 and onwards, we won't have to deal with exhausting school trips. Yes, man. I was so happy that day. And basically, yeah, I was just talking a lot in the car. And that was it. This was the end. I can't believe it's been nearly 2 years already. So I kind of learned, well, I decided that would be the end of my school trips because I don't really like them so much as the rest of my classmates. It turns out that they're having another trip. Well, I am finally done with exhausting walkings and just having to deal with the conditions of walking. Sometimes it feels like you're a slave when you have to hike so much and you feel like it never ever ends. So guys, that was it. Looking back at those videos, I thought to myself, I regained this saying, make it work if you can't make it work at all. And there, especially during the hike, I counted down. I was saying there's another 48 hours until the end of these experiences trip. And then 48 hours passed by, and there we go. And that was basically it. So there were some of these vlogs on this channel that have successfully got rid of some real experienceful moments. In vlog 619, I was finally able to get rid of school trips, and school trips are not one of my favorite kind of trips, of course. I had some last year school vlogs. And guys, 1,333 today, I got rid of my top 1 strictest bus hostess. Yeah! And yes, guys, I think I made this video in half an hour. Guys, I haven't even made an announcement that I will make this video anything about 15 minutes. I assume it's already been half an hour. So guys, that will do for today. And tomorrow is just going to be a regular weekend day. So guys, I'll see ya. Bye. Actually, it's been 29 minutes. Bye guys.